So, there's a game company out there you may have heard of called Hudson. It's not the most well-known company around compared to some others like, say, Konami or Capcom. They did work together with NEC to bring us the Turbografx, though. Know what else they brought us? Bomberman. In fact, in one way or another, they were responsible for bringing us a lot of games like Keith Courage in Alpha Zones, Shockman, and Kaizo Chojin Shubibinman Zero, according to Wikipedia, Adventure Island, Dragon's Curse, and Bonk. You could say I'm a fan. You know what else they made? Let's play Neutopia. Its sequel is perhaps my favorite game on the Turbografx, if not my favorite game of all time. But we've got to start somewhere, right? So let's go back and see how this story begins. We've come! We've heard of the disaster! Heck yeah, we're gonna win the love of the princess for doing this. And running around, you got a sword and you can stab things, and we gotta go get the medallions so we can go do stuff. So we're off into the world. Now, Neutopia gets a lot of flack for being essentially a Zelda ripoff. And I'll just say now, don't call it that, just don't. Don't get me wrong, the game takes a lot of inspiration from Zelda. It takes a lot of influence from it. The NES Legend of Zelda was the only similar Zelda game out at the time, coming out 3 years prior. And it really feels more like Neutopia saw it, liked it, and wanted to see how that kind of game could be improved with current knowledge and technology, rather than just outright rip it off. I'm really hoping that with this Let's Play, I can show this off. Now, old man's got us a thing. Heck yeah, the Book of Revival! I have no idea what that does, but it sounds awesome. Actually, we get to show that to a lady later on. Now, the world is divided into 4 quadrants. And we can talk to people. And by clever, he means blow up everything. The world is divided up into 4 quadrants, though. Right now, we are in the land sphere, the plains sphere, something of the sort. There's an NPC around somewhere that explains it to you. And once you get 2 of the medallions, you've gathered together enough power to break the boundary to another one of the spheres, where another 2 of the medallions are held. So, this area looks pretty alright. Looks pretty kinda safe, what with the scorpions and the octopuses shooting bubbles at us and stuff, and I can't hit him. But the later spheres get much more dangerous. Now, the first thing you want to do is come to this area, just to the right of the original sanctuary you started at, and start pushing blocks, because this game is all about block pushing. There we go. And we get the Fire Wand. This weapon is almost what makes Neutopia, Neutopia. It's essentially your secondary weapon, and you will be using it for the entirety of everything ever. It's kinda your standby secondary weapon. Now, not only can you use it to murder enemies, but you can also burn down trees with it. Some trees, anyway. Some other trees are just really tough trees. Whoa. Now, I actually came to this screen for a specific reason, but, seeing as I just picked up that... See, I can't burn down that tree. Seeing as I just picked up that little cherry thing, which refills some of your life, it's kind of pointless. This lady will heal you full, though. Now that said, we were heading east of the sanctuary. We actually want to head back to the sanctuary and go west. Because there are 2 crypts in each of the spheres. And the first crypt, the crypt you're intended to go to first, is not to the east, it's to the west. So we gotta go there and stab dudes. Now, one of the reasons that I like Zelda, Neutopia 2, much more so than, friggin'... See, now I'm thinking of Zelda because I've read, like, so many reviews of people calling this game, "Oh, it's just a rip-off of Zelda." Shut up. Seriously, shut up. Don't say it. I will murder you. And I don't like murdering people. Bad publicity. But one of the reasons I like this one more so than I like Neutopia 2 more so than this one of these days I'll get that sentence out correctly, is because Neutopia 2 really is just Neutopia 1, only better in every regard ever. The controls in this game are really stiff. You can't even move diagonally. Whenever you attack, you stand still, and Neutopia 2 is so smooth. They even kind of fixed up the art style. To be honest, the first game, it almost reminds me of like the old Ultima games. And he gives us free stuff. I like free stuff. We got the boom bombs. These bombs are totally gonna boom some stuff up. Oh yeah. And some medicine. I like medicine. All medicine-y. Now you can see up in the corner we have 4 bombs. I like bombs. They blow stuff up. Bombs are essentially useless for, fighting enemies and hurting things. They are not an offensive weapon. Hey, it's a dude. Hey, dude. Now, there's something else, the secret password, I want to show off, but, we'll wait until we get back to the old lady, which will probably be next time. This time, we're going to continue on and go find that crypt. Now, we got some free stuff in there. I'm not gonna... There's a lot of these, little houses and stuff around everywhere, and talking to the NPCs, it really kind of fills out the world. It tells you what's going on, how horrible a life these people are. It fills out a lot of the backstory, like who Dearth is, where he came from, all kinds of nice stuff. Nah, there's actually nothing in there. There's a merchant that sells you bombs in that one. But, I'm going to not be going to everyone. If I see one, maybe I'll step in and let you talk to them. But, for the most part, I will be avoiding them for the sake of time. I'll kind of mention what's inside them, though. Now, let's see here. And this one is... There was a dude down there. I guess he didn't say anything important. I don't have this entire thing committed to memory, so I do have a hastily scribbled together map saying, hey, there's a dude in here that will totally save your butt. Very useful. Now, these little statues right here, you can place a bomb next to. Yeah, you know what, I'll show it off. Place a bomb next to, blows up and opens it on up. And there's dudes inside. Usually you just kind of waste a bomb, though. Now, there is a, at the end of every crypt, there is a strict boss. And before you can even fight this boss, you have to get the key to the crypt, so to say, which is an item, which is called the key to the crypt. Ah, got there, hate these things. They move while underground, but they're still kind of constrained by normal constraints. Okay, now this is where you use the Book of Revival. Maybe. Okay. That was the password, though. I'll talk more about that later. To be honest, I hadn't used the Book of Revival in so long, I kind of forgot what it did. Now, if you're down on life right here, kill all the dudes, that opens up, and there's a lady inside who is adorable, who will heal your life. And I'm totally okay with that. Now, seeing as this game did come out, really before... The only Zelda game that came out before this one was, the NES Legend of Zelda, as I mentioned. So even the idea of having, like, a hard boss that only appears once at the end of the dungeon, and then having to get a key to even go fight him, that's something that not even Zelda had really done up until this point. So that was actually something unique to Neutopia in that regard, at least at this point. Now, in the dungeons, there are many a room, and if you press start, you can look at the little map and see where you've been. Now, you get the compass from the start of the game. The compass, not only while you're out on the overworld running around, not only does the compass point towards the first crypt, or the next crypt you should go to, I should say. So not only does it do that, but once you're inside the dungeon, it points towards where the medallion is held. Don't have to pick it up or nothing, it just always points there. So we can see the medallion is straight up somewhere. And these bats. Hey, buddy. I got a fireball for you. If I can fight things with the fire wand, I may decide to do it. Especially with enemies that move around kind of as janky as these bats, because getting in to stab them is not exactly easy. The key to the crypt! We can go fight the boss now! This is the first crypt in the game, it's understandably a little easy. So now we go backwards. Now, if you go back too many rooms, enemies will respawn, but at least in the last couple of rooms you've been to, the enemies will not, ow. That thing hurts, jeez, I'm going up. Little sack of crap. Ow. Okay, the fire wand, though useful, does actually get weaker as you lose life energy. Its strength is entirely dependent on your life energy. And as you get more life energy as the game goes on, the Fire Wand will get more powerful. And you can see I'm down to half a heart now, due to that stupid little fireball thing. And I may die here, which is going to be a sad day indeed. I'm being very cautious, because I don't want to die. I like living. Now, these guys are annoying as crap, and in fact, I pointed these dudes out. Remember the Bomberman Let's Play? Yeah, these dudes. Now, I'm not going to get close enough. I'd show you what they do when you get close to them, but I don't want to die. So, also that can't go through items. And you just get to listen to this really annoying thing for a little bit of time here. And we got the crystal ball, which shows us the entire map. Now, it doesn't show off the entire map. There are a number of hidden rooms. I've already passed by a couple, but they're generally not. In fact, there's a one directly below us. But in general, I'm not going to show them off if they're not that terribly important. And that room was easy. Now, this guy, he's big and intimidating, but really he just kind of walks around. All not intimidating, like these little things are more dangerous than he is. Yes! That ring that I just picked up is a very, very nice item to have. You can only carry one at a time, but if you use it, all of the enemies in the room will transform into weaker enemies. So if you walk into a room and just go, well, crap, I don't want to fight these things, use that. And you totally don't have to. Playing it cautious, man. I don't want to get killed. I like living. Living's awesome. It lets me do things. Life! Will it at least make the beep? No! There is a secret just to the right here. And there's not too much of note in here. I'm mostly showing this one off because I'm confused by it. There is nothing here. There is nothing here. If you bomb any of the outside walls, nothing happens. I can't push any of these blocks. Yeah, I have no idea what this room does. I don't know what it's here for. But it's a room, so I figured I'd show it off. I am totally gonna fight the boss with half a heart. Okay, let's see here. I need to go left, just to show off what that room is. Hey, we can get an item in here. Now these guys get... Yes! Life! I think as these guys take more damage, they actually move faster. Or maybe it's just as their buddies die, they move faster. They move faster eventually. Give. Yes! Armor! I cannot get murdered now. Since when was bronze blue? Oh well. It's an old man! We are the legendary hero, Jazata! Okay. Actually, however, there is a bombable wall to the left. Now, the bombs don't actually hurt you, so I walk away purely because I think you should walk away from a bomb, but you don't actually have to. You can stand right next to it and not get hurt. All they do is open stuff up. Now, there's not too much value in here. There's a chest with boom bombs! Now we can carry a maximum of 8, and we have all 8. Go us. Almost to the end of the dungeon, though. Sorry you guys had to listen to this life thing for, like, the entire dungeon. Oh, by the way, going into the room with this guy, it acts like going into a room with any NPC, be it a house or a village and whatnot, and it forces you to talk to him, and he says the same thing every time. I get it. Kill Dearth. Get medallion. Save the world. Got it. Well, this is easy. Whoa, my sword couldn't hit him. Money. I don't care about money. I want life. Life! I could use some life, just a little. Just a little? Just a little? Okay, folks, I'm gonna go out and talk to the healing lady outside. Be right back. There we go, all healed up. Now, really, I could probably beat this boss without getting hit. Watch me get my butt kicked now. But this is a pretty easy boss, but I at least wanted to save you from that infernal beeping for a little while. So, onwards! Boss time! Stab! Stab! This game's got some kickin' boss music, too. So does Neutopia 2, for that matter. Really easy boss, though. I run over and stab him. I can get maybe 3 stabs in, breathe fire, run back, run around it, stab him some more. This is it. This is pretty much the fight. Now, Neutopia... If Neutopia 1 is really all that hard, it's mostly because of the janky controls. Or the stiff controls, I should say. It's really not that hard a game, and the controls in Neutopia 2 being so much better, I think actually makes Neutopia 2 a much easier game. I think I'll go for just 2 stabs, so I got time to run away. I could have survived, too. I had like a heart and a half, or a block and a half. Yeah! These dragons totally explode when you stab them. And at the end of the crypt is the prized medallion. And now we've got more life as well! And one of the medallions in the sanctuary has now been filled. Once we get a second one, a new sphere will open up. We've got our life extended for our brave and valiant efforts. And next time, we're going to head off to Crypt number 2. Until then, everyone,